Look at that.
That is bizarre.
What is it doing?
Since the dawn of civilization, we have been looking up at the sky,
This is the oldest one. It's 1200 years before Christ.
really wondering what's in the heavens, wondering what's looking down at us.
What do you think you saw?
Nave espacial.
Something happened here that can't be explained.
Are we alone? Is there something else out there?
Círculo perfecto.
Right, perfect circle.
Despite billions of dollars, millions of man-hours, and the greatest minds in the world bent on this question, what is NASA doing in Chile? We still have not answered one simple question. Are extraterrestrials making contact with Earth?
Billions of gallons of water did just disappear.
But now we are closer than ever before to answering the question.
What is that?
Cuidado aquí,
Just be careful.
Altamira, no se van a resbalar.
You need to step on the rocks.
Deep in the jungle of Rio Blanco, Mexico,
Objetos acá, en esta zona.
It says that the UFOs were collected in this place.
Should we take a look?
Yeah, can we go in?
U.S. Marine Intelligence Officer Nick Carnesi, along with Sarah Cruddas, astrophysicist and space journalist,
I'm good.
investigate a deep ravine where UFOs have been seen for centuries.
Look at these down here. This is incredible.
A string of data linking UFO sightings to anomalous earthquakes leads the team to ruins of an ancient civilization.
You can see all the engravings. I assume they were done by early humans a long time ago, dating back thousands of years.
All of the evidence has led us here to the jungles of Rio Blanco. What's so special about this place? What does the jungle have to do with all of these unusual sightings? Whoa.
This is so incredible.
It's crazy. Can you imagine? I wonder how far back these date.
Look at this. Look, that looks like a face. Look, see, shine it on that, look.
So I wonder what inspired them to carve what they carved. And here we have clearly elongated features.
See, it looks like possibly aliens.
This is incredible.
Oh, look at this.
What's that?
Look, there's a huge chunk missing.
Huh.
And there's another one here where a piece is missing and another behind me.
That's weird.
Yeah, there's several pieces missing.
Okay. I mean, it looks like this whole chunk right here, right? The drawing clearly would have continued down here.
And there, I think down there as
More?
well.
Oh yeah, look at that. Let's work our way around here.
The walls, part of the carvings is missing. It looks like it's been etched out. And then I see another part and another part. What's going on here?
That's weird. I wonder if Valencio knows anything about that.
Venancio, why are some of the carvings, they've been taken away inside there?
La gente lo vandaliza y las corta y se las lleva y las vende en el mercado negro.
Why?
People literally chip the carvings out and sell them for a lot of money,
Especialmente las piedras de alienígenas.
especially the alien stones.
What do you mean by alien stones?
These are very unique stones that can represent aliens and also flying saucers.
We have numerous people in modern times reporting UFOs here. And if what they're seeing correlates to what the ancient people saw, the possibility exists that the answers to the questions we're asking could be staring us right in the face, and they could have been here for centuries.
All right, Mike, we got an update from our team in Mexico here.
CIA veteran Mike Cole and conflict analyst Dr. Livingston reviewed the findings from the field team in Mexico.
Upon arrival to an area in question, we found ruins of a former native civilization. Big chunks of the wall carvings have been extracted, according to the local expert. There's a black market for what he calls alien stones. We're trying to track down anyone who may have stones for sale or in private collections.
So we have this cluster of sightings focusing on a specific part of the jungle in Rio Blanco. And now we have carvings in that exact spot that are depicting extraterrestrials going back thousands of years. It doesn't seem random. Is it possible that some entity has picked this area, going back not just for generations, but maybe back as old as those carvings are, maybe back thousands of years?
Or I suppose it could be, right, extraterrestrials. That seems like the harder claim to prove. But I would love to see the stones they've got. Hopefully they can dig one up. And meanwhile, let's find out what our team in Chile has been up to.
Following a pattern of UFO sightings connected to anomalous seismic activity uncovered by the link analysis software, the second field team is in Santiago, Chile. They have been granted unprecedented access to CIFA, a government agency dedicated to investigating UFO activity in Chile, one of the most active UFO areas in the world.
It's a big deal.
We're now not just going to see what we had in the American ATIP program. We're going to see what the Chileans had in their own equivalent. And in their equivalent, it's active and ongoing, which means new declassified files, possibly sightings we're not yet aware of. And this could be a gold mine. Pull up that helicopter video.
Look at this plume coming out of this thing. Doesn't matter how many times we watch this, it's just weird. It's just fascinating.
In November 2014, a Chilean Navy helicopter captured a mysterious flying object on its infrared camera. A video analysis revealed it's not from a terrestrial source.
No es posible que sea un avión hecho por el hombre.
This is one of the most unique and difficult to explain videos we've yet seen. What is this object? What is this plume it's emitting? If we can find other cases like this, then it's not a single anomalous event. It's a piece of a pattern. Let's look in LAS and see if there have been any other sightings in Chile in the last 25 years with similar characteristics.
I'm gonna search UFO plume exhaust condensation trail. All right, here come the results. All it's finding is this same 2014 file.
That's because that's the declassified video. The rest of CIFA's files, as far as I know, have not been declassified. If we're going to find answers to this, it's not going to come from an LAS search. It's going to come from looking at other files inside CIFA. And now that Paul and Cow are inside, we've got a real shot at it.
Guys, as soon as we see anything that looks interesting, let's make a note of it, maybe have Tomas read the whole thing. You know, just look for patterns, look for commonalities.
Paul Beban, investigative reporter, and Kawa Malay, Green Beret intelligence sergeant, worked their way through CIFA's restricted archive, spanning 20 years of Chilean UFO investigations. The archive houses thousands of documents that are unreleased and inaccessible by the team's link analysis software.
CIFA is like the Area 51 of Chile. And what's crazy is that every case that's unsolved and still open is in this file cabinet. And it's very possible that proof of contact could lie within these files.
Commercial flight reports a bright light.
The team searches for cases with characteristics similar to the 2014 Chilean helicopter video to determine if it was a single anomalous event or part of a pattern.
I have a lot of stuff to go through here.
This is a really extraordinary UFO sighting because it's been confirmed that it's not man-made. So if we can find cases that are the same or similar, maybe we can figure out what this one is.
And I've got another from these commercial pilots that seem to see something, but then it doesn't get followed up on. There's a lot of that.
Something wrong with the plane?
Yeah, this one is a commercial flight also. It was departing Santiago on the way north direction. And after 45 minutes of flight, they report to the ACC an intense red and orange light that was moving from west to east at the same level of the plane. And after a few minutes, the airplane suffers a navigation system failure, and they lose the left engine.
Oh, wow.
Which makes the pilot declare emergency.
So they turned around and went back to Santiago. Whoa.
And your engine goes out.
Yeah,
what you gotta
that's
do.
yeah.
You're
gonna put it back down.
Yeah, you're gonna go back to the airport.
Maybe toward a lake. I mean,
other than the location, nothing really sticks out.
Yeah, there's military pilots, there are commercial pilots who have seen these things, and they still don't know. It's still a mystery.
There's a pilot that saw something with no lights, but they were traveling at like Mach 2 speed.
You know, there is such a wide variety of sightings here in Chile. They're over water, they're over mountains, they're over the desert.
So guys, we got reports from a civilian pilot and a commercial pilot. So why don't we start making some categories, right?
Yeah.
We're just looking for any way to find a pattern or connect the dots between the cases that we've already uncovered. We're just trying to find a way to make connections and move the ball forward.
There's no pattern here other than just sighting.
This is the ones we finished building up some piles there. Tomas, I'm having trouble making this one out. It looks like it says the pilot, something crossed his flight path. What's going on here?
So yeah, so it's from April 2012. They say that they received reports in the area of Lake Colboon, an object fall at a great speed, and it left a stream of condensation.
A trail of condensation?
Yes, trail of condensation.
That's interesting.
I mean, that plume behind that Navy video could have been a trail of condensation.
Yeah, it feels like we've got, you know, the vapor trail, the plume certainly links those two.
Hearing that there's a report of another object emitting a vapor trail, this connects it to that 2014 Navy video, and now we've got something to really dig into. Maybe this is pointing to a bigger pattern.
The team searches for additional information on the April 20th, 2012 incident, which occurred near a remote lake in the Andes Mountains, known as Lake Colboon.
Here's another one over Lake Colboon. Same case.
Oh, wow. Another short report.
Yep.
Contrail again. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the condensation is like, yeah, what you see as contrail from a plane.
Like our helicopter.
Yeah. Who's Arturo? Who's that? Who's that?
It says like, Arturo is the mayor of Colboon. Yeah, it says like the mayor of Colboon reported it. So.
Okay. That's incredible. Not only do we have two objects now emitting some kind of vapor trail, our research has produced an eyewitness, the mayor of Colboon. This is not just some civilian, this is the mayor.
It's not that far, it's like 3 hours south.
Well, we gotta get up there, we gotta check this out.
Whatever is going on here in Chile, Lake Colboon could hold the answers.
We're definitely getting more up into the mountains, for sure.
Yeah.
Paul and Kawa are in the Andes Mountains on their way to Lake Colboon, where on April 20th, 2012, multiple eyewitnesses, including the town's mayor, reported seeing something strange hovering above the lake.
Have there been other sightings that people don't report? I mean, what is there more activity up here that actually rose to the level of we're gonna call SIFA and call this one in, right? Are people seeing other things? Is this sort of a commonplace occurrence up here? Is this a place where a lot of sightings happen?
And yeah, you're right. I mean, it's not just a normal sighting over a lake. That's why talking to the mayor is key, you know, because again, being the official, you think he would be kind of like the know-it-all of the lake and the community. So
yeah, he's going to be dialed in.
I would like to talk to him, you know.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the mayor can help us put it in context. Is this something that happens often? There have been a lot of really strange sightings up here at Lake Colboon. So we've arranged to meet with the mayor to see if he can shed some light on what's going on up here.
That must be our guy right there.
There he is.
Hola.
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 Paul, nice to meet you.
Vamos al lago.
The team makes contact with Arturo de la Maza,
This is Colboon Lake.
the longtime mayor of this area, joined by their translator, Tomas.
Arturo, how big is this lake?
¿Qué tamaño es este lago así, grosso?
80 kilómetros cuadrados. Es el más grande lago artificial de Chile.
That's about 30 square miles. This is a big lake. So Arturo, we found a SIFA report about an experience that you had over Lake Colboon. Can you tell us what happened?
Estaba durmiendo en un velero que tenía yo.
He was sleeping in a boat on the water here.
Y a las 2 de la mañana estaba de día claro. Sí.
It was like daylight.
Más claro que ahora.
More like than now.
Subí a cubierta y ¿de dónde viene la luz? Y el objeto estaba a unos 200 metros de acá. Mucho más grande, mucho más grande.
Way bigger than the house and shaped like a top, like a spinning top. It was like summertime, so there were a lot of people around the lake. At least 100 people woke up at that time and they saw something because of the light.
Arturo, what do you think that was?
Un ovni.
Yeah.
Nave espacial.
A UFO?
Yeah, basically a UFO.
Yo diría que sí. Ahora, esto pasó flotando después, o sea, sobre el yate y en esa dirección. Ni ruido, ni viento, nada. Todo silencio absoluto. Creo que estaba como una taza de leche. Y después que el objeto se fue, el agua bajó.
Was it the water that was directly underneath that ship that was going down, or the whole lake went down?
De todo el nivel del lago en general.
Como que sacaron agua.
It's like they took water, and the whole lake went down.
The whole lake dropped?
Well, the next morning, he noticed in the dock that the water had gone down like 20 centimeters.
20 centimeters.
Wow. In a lake this big, that's I
a
don't
lot
know
of
how
water.
many billions of gallons of water. That's an unbelievable amount of water.
According to the mayor, this 30-square-mile lake dropped 20 centimeters, or 8 inches, overnight. A disappearance of approximately 2.5 billion gallons of water, or 4,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
We've got hundreds of people seeing it. Billions of gallons of water gone in an instant. Something happened here that just can't be explained, right?
In addition to eyewitness accounts, local hydrology logs confirmed the 8-inch drop in water level.
You know, dude, I don't know, man. This lake is so big, it's hard to fathom 8 inches disappearing overnight.
No, it's huge. I mean, that's billions of gallons. It's such an immense volume of water. It makes me think there's got to be a natural explanation, right? There was a release from the dam, or some kind of spillway was open, or there was a natural breach somewhere, but we just don't know. I can't get my head around that at all.
What are we missing here? What could be the logical explanation?
We don't have a good enough sense of this lake.
And maybe the next step is to kind of survey the land, you know?
8 inches of water has to go somewhere. Billions of gallons of water did just disappear.
The address he gave us is just right up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Be interested to see what these stones look like.
Nick and Sarah are on the trail of missing ancient artifacts that were taken from a nearby jungle cave located within an area identified by the LAS for having a high frequency of UFO sightings, and where locals say UFOs have been visiting for centuries.
This way.
This way?
Yeah.
Muchas gracias.
Señor Rafael, Marcia.
¿Qué tal?
The team arranges a private viewing at a local museum of artifacts uncovered in the area of the jungle cave, guided by curator Rafael Monteo.
Estas son piezas arqueológicas de civilizaciones antiguas. ¿Esto es lo que están buscando ustedes?
Wow.
Which civilizations are these?
¿Qué civilizaciones son?
Olmeca, Totonaca y Maya.
What's the oldest artifact? Like, how far back does civilization date here?
This one is the oldest one. It's 1200 years before Christ, and it has a long-shaped skull, long eyes, and it only has 4 fingers and 4 toes.
Can I touch it?
¿Puede tocarla?
Wow. This looks to me like a warrior.
Puede que sea un guerrero. Para ella puede llegar a ser un guerrero. ¿Será?
Puede ser, pero yo más le voy al aspecto religioso.
It could be, but it's more a religious artifact.
Wow. So what civilization was this if it's 3,000 years old?
¿Cuál es la civilización de este artefacto?
Cultura de Platilco,
Tlatilco,
Platito.
1200 antes de Cristo.
1200
Después
years
de-
before Christ. As you can see, we're looking at figures that might be human, but not exactly.
And what is this one here?
This is made of jade.
Wow.
And
Wow.
you can clearly see these are non-human features.
Cráneo alargado,
It's a long-shaped skull,
ojos alargados,
big eyes,
almendrados,
like almond-like eyes.
son extraterrestres.
But we know that throughout history, some ancient cultures exaggerated the human form.
Sí, miren, como prueba de ello, aquí tenemos otra pieza.
Here we can see a being that has almond-shaped eyes, small nostrils, small mouth, and here it's a human being, and you can see that the features are different.
Llamaría ser de otro mundo.
That's incredible.
Esta es maya y pertenece al mismo periodo y se ve un humano normal.
This is another example of the Mayan culture, and you can see the image of a human. And this one also belongs to the same culture and to the same period. And we can see the exaggerated features here, and there's a difference between them.
Este ser de otro mundo.
May I see this?
¿Lo puede ver?
Claro.
Gracias.
Yes.
What type of bone is this?
Humano.
It's human bone.
Really? These are both Mayan from the same time period. And look at how different they are. There's clearly elongated features, you know, like something not human.
I agree.
These are two totally different depictions.
What fascinates me most is that this image, it's not just from Mayan, it's from 3 different time periods all depicting the same thing.
Que son seres de otros mundos, extraterrestres.
All the data that we have led us to this cave. And now we're looking at artifacts from multiple civilizations that were collected in this area of what appears to be extraterrestrials. To see that depicted in artifacts that predate Christ, this is huge to the investigation. Now we have a pattern that has consistently been represented through history. This could point to contact.
Survey the whole lake. Okay, great.
Paul and Kala are deep in the Andes Mountains preparing to execute an aerial reconnaissance of Lake Colbún, where on April 20th, 2012, the local mayor reported a UFO hovering over the lake, sucking up water, causing more than 2 billion gallons of the lake to disappear overnight.
And this is all just a big peninsula here in the middle.
That is a lot of water to just disappear overnight. Is it possible that this aircraft that the mayor saw drained billions of gallons of water from this lake? Or is there some natural explanation?
How deep is it, Matthias? Do you know?
I think 100 meters, maybe more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Along with their pilot, Mateus Herrera, the team will navigate the 30-square-mile lake in search of any evidence of what could have caused the massive water drop.
Is there a lot of air traffic in this area? No, not too much. Okay, so no like commercial flights or military operations over this area? No.
The shoreline looks like it's completely intact.
No, I mean, I certainly haven't seen anything on my side.
Yeah. There's the dam. Looking right down over the main spillway here for the turbine.
Before conducting the recon, the team contacted the Colbún Hydroelectric Company and confirmed that neither a release from the dam nor damage to the spillway structure could have been the cause of the water drop.
We haven't seen anything that could have released that amount of water.
No, I'm not seeing it either.
We've laid eyes on this entire lake, and there are no breaks in the shoreline, no damage to the dam, nothing to suggest where all that water could have gone.
What's this on our right? Is this a river flowing into the lake that we're seeing?
Yeah, it's the Maule River.
The Maule River?
Yeah.
Where does it come from? Up in the mountains?
From the mountains and from the Laguna del Maule.
There's another lake?
Yeah, very high in this region.
The river feeds Colbún?
Yes.
Okay.
At the eastern extreme of Lake Colbún, the team uncovers a large river which leads to higher elevation in the mountains to another body of water, Laguna del Maule.
Can we follow the river to
Laguna del Maule?
Yeah, of course.
Let's do that.
If Laguna del Maule feeds Lake Colbún from higher up the mountain, it's possible that something happened at the source up above to cause the water drop down below. So we've got to get up there and check it out.
We just keep getting higher and higher up into the mountains.
The team travels 45 miles to an elevation of 7,000 feet.
Oh, look at that.
This is Laguna del Maule.
This is a big lake as well. Looks like it could be as much as twice the size of Colboon.
Look at this place.
Yeah, I mean, it's just totally barren, like Mars. This lake flows down into Lake Colboon. Yeah, it's the main source.
If this is the source for Lake Colboon, this could very well explain what we're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, if something happened up here, it would certainly affect the level of Colboon.
We should really try to get on the ground and talk to somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I'm wondering is, could the cause of that massive water level drop on April 20th, 2012 have happened here rather than down below at Lake Colboon? So we've got to find someone who knows this lake who can get us some answers. The lake is so much bigger.
Now look at this thing.
Yeah, it's huge.
This is massive.
Paul, Kawa, and their translator Tomas meet with Francisco Cardillo, a local rancher who has worked the land around Lake Male for decades.
Hey, ¿qué tal?
Hola,
How are you?
Paul.
Francisco.
Nice to meet you.
We're out here doing an investigation, and this lake maybe have some clues for us. Are you pretty familiar with the lake and the area around here?
¿Tú sabes algo? ¿Te conoces la zona bien?
Sí, mi familia vive de 1929, un poco más abajo.
So did anything strange happen up here on April 20th of 2012?
Sí, yo creo que sí.
He says there's been a lot of UFO sightings in this lake.
A lot of sightings at this lake, too.
Yes.
Can you tell us about these sightings?
Observación iba siempre al cielo y a las luces que a veces aparecían acá en el lago.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
A group of 30 people, including him, saw an object, like a sphere, moving around in the sky, and they did a couple of movements over the lake and then flew away.
You saw that. You saw that personally.
¿Tú lo viste eso personalmente?
Sí, lo vi personalmente porque aparecieron unos cóndores volando, nos fijamos en los cóndores y sobre los cóndores vimos la esfera.
So it's like this whole system, these two lakes. Huh. Francisco, what do you know about the water in Laguna del Male?
Hay cosas inusuales.
What's going on here?
Las tengo en mi video.
I want to see these. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Look at that.
La laguna está congelada y estos círculos aparecen.
That's really cool. They're like almost like perfect circles.
Sí.
They're all over.
Sí.
Yeah, yeah.
Círculos perfectos.
Right, perfect circle.
Perfect circles. Yeah, that's what they look like.
People don't know what's going on.
Really?
I mean,
yeah, it's weird. I don't know. We've got reports of objects with strange plumes. We've got a mayor saying he saw a UFO sucking up water out of Lake Colboon. And now we've got frequent sightings and strange circles here at Laguna del Male. Something strange is going on with this lake. We need to find some answers.
Some photos came in from the Mexico field team.
Mike and Dr. Livingston reviewed the findings from the jungles of Rio Blanco, Mexico, where the team uncovered ancient carvings that were found in the same location that UFO sightings have been clustered for centuries.
We have no way to authenticate any of these objects, but if we accept that at least some of them are real, inspired by ancient UFO sightings, layer that with the clusters of sightings, all of it orbiting this one location in the jungles of Rio Blanco, it stops seeming random. It starts seeming like evidence of something pretty big. Some of these carvings could be the genuine article, and if so, this leaves us with two possibilities. These carvings came from these ancient people's imaginations, or they saw something in the Rio Blanco jungle. This location is clearly important to the investigation, but I'm not sure how yet. We need to keep digging. So what's our next move in Chile?
Mike and Dr. Livingston focus in on the other field team, where the mayor reported a UFO caused a 2.5 billion gallon water level drop.
1 billion gallons of water disappearing overnight?
I don't see how that's possible.
The interesting thing is that Colboon Lake may not be the key to this at all. It may be, in fact, the source lake, Laguna del Male.
After an aerial recon, the team discovered that Lake Colboon is fed by another lake higher up the crest of the Andes, Laguna del Male.
You can actually see it on aerial here. And the witness that our field team got there reports of unusual activity in the air. Also, in the winter, they're seeing strange circular forms in the ice.
What is going on with these lakes in Chile? Let's look at water level changes. Let's look at lakes in the region.
Strange activity, water level, lakes, and Chile. Here we go. NASA reports.
What is NASA doing here? Can you pull up this one here? Chilean lake disappears.
The team uncovers a NASA report detailing an investigation into the disappearance of a massive high-altitude Chilean lake.
Is this like our lake? Another lake in Chile disappeared?
2007. No, this is a different lake entirely.
Between March 2007 and May 2007, an entire lake vanishes. So we've got the mayor seeing a UFO over Lake Colbún, sucking up 2 billion gallons of water. We've got a rancher seeing a UFO over Laguna del Male and strange circles on the surface. Entire lakes are disappearing. Paul and Kawa have got to get on that lake, take a closer look, and see what they can find.
All right.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
How's it going?
Paul and Kawa prepare to execute a full-scale investigation of Laguna del Male. They are joined by an aquatic survey team armed with rigid inflatable boats and thermal imaging technology.
So look, remember, the most important thing is we're just looking for anything unusual, especially gases, rock formations, weird water movement. As soon as anybody spots that, we're stopping.
Divers here. When we find something, we are going to send you guys in to kind of take that look.
Right. Great.
Let's go, man.
High-altitude diving requires specialized equipment and an acclimation period of up to 36 hours. So the team has engaged local master divers Pedro Niata and Alejandro Sosa.
There are a lot of things that could go wrong with a dive like this. If we are at very high altitude, that changes the oxygen mix, it changes your equipment. It's an unknown bottom, so we're bringing in some experts who really know what they're doing up here.
All right, we're all set, guys. We can take off. Let's get to it.
All right.
We want to go to that end of the lake. If we can get to that end, that'd be great.
Utilizing a grid pattern, each team will explore 1/3 of the 20-square-mile lake.
This lake is massive. Kyle, you see anything yet?
I don't really see anything yet. I'm keeping an eye on this monitor, and we're just gradually getting deeper and deeper. But it's pretty gradual. There's not like a big drop-off.
Right.
We have tech that will help us visualize what we can't see. These scanners will tell us if there's any significant changes to the topography of this lake floor. Really, anything out of the ordinary down below that we can't see ourselves.
Are we shallow again, Kawa?
We quickly came back up to we're about 11 meters right now.
All right. Yeah, because you can start to see some vegetation here growing from the bottom.
And in that vegetation, there's definitely some thermal readings on this monitor.
Yeah, what's the water temp here?
Yeah, 10, 11 Celsius.
Yeah, 40, 44 degrees.
I saw some bubbles too.
There are bubbles rising right here.
We have a bunch of strange things happening all in one spot on this lake. The temperature change seems very extreme, and I have no idea where these bubbles are coming from.
Try and anchor over it.
Let's get it set up then. Yeah, this thing's ready.
The dive team prepares to explore this area of the lake in search of what could be causing this anomalous activity.
Remember, we're on comms, so you can talk to me and just tell me everything you see.
All right, I think we're ready to launch. I copy you.
I'm going down.
How's the visibility? Can you see?
Yeah, I have around 3-4 meters.
Copy that. Can you see the bottom?
I'm on the top of the seaweed.
The dive team reaches the bottom of the lake at a depth of just over 36 feet.
The bubbles
bubbles are coming out from the lake floor.
So you're saying the bubbles are coming from under the seaweed?
Yeah.
Just describe it if you can, Alex.
I'm detecting something here.
What do you got, Alex?
Terrific instrument.
Can you bring it up?
Yeah.
Whoa, what is that? Whoa.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Whoa. Jesus.
I mean, it's full of water still.
Full of water. What is that? Was this buried in the sediment?
In the sediment in between the seaweeds, some of the bubbles came in.
Some of them were.
Yeah.
And bubbles coming out of the sand, too.
Got it. I mean, have you ever bumped into anything like this before?
No, never.
Okay. We've got circuit boards. I mean, this is obviously of human origin. Well, we should get some pictures, maybe some measurements of this thing, just so we know what we got. It just keeps getting weirder and weirder. First, we've got one huge lake losing a massive volume of water. We've got strange bubbles in this lake, and now some foreign object, some piece of technology embedded in the bottom.
So I'm gonna send this back down with the divers.
Yeah. Somebody's doing something up here. The question is what and why? Is it up around the corner?
Yeah.
God, it's beautiful.
Investigative reporter Paul Beeben and Green Beret Intelligence Sergeant Kawa Male are high in the Chilean Andes, where during a survey of Laguna del Male, the team uncovered a strange piece of equipment in the lake floor.
Hey, Luis. All right.
They arrange a meeting with local government official Luis Torres.
Somebody's been doing something up here with this piece of equipment, this technology. Luis spent years monitoring this lake, so maybe he's got some answers about what's going on up here. Our divers found this object on the lake bed, and we got some pictures of it. Do you have any idea what this thing is?
¿Qué puede ser o quién lo puso ahí? ¿Cómo llegó a estar al fondo del lago?
You ever seen anything like that before?
Se reconoce, son instrumentos que usaron acá.
Okay, so he said he recognizes this. Has he seen it before?
Sí, son instrumentos que han traído los geólogos.
Researchers brought a bunch of this device and set it up in different parts of the lake.
So it's a scientific instrument.
Son instrumentos que se ocupan para detectar lo que se está moviendo abajo.
Why is this lake bed moving?
Los volcanes son muy impredecibles.
This is a volcanic system underneath the lake.
This is all a volcanic system?
Yes.
Is this an active volcano?
Sí.
And that has been generating some movement on the ground, and also like that, what generating like bubbles and different things coming out from the water.
Muy más activa.
Okay. So we spent the day on top of a volcano.
This whole time.
All right.
Nice. Okay.
That gives you goosebumps. Luis, is this part of like a warning system?
The artifact, you mean?
Yeah, the artifact. Is this monitoring and sort of warning if there's rising magma or you know?
Este artefacto vendría siendo como un sistema para advertirnos de que se viene algo, como un sistema de advertencia.
Exactamente. El magma lo tenemos acá a 5 kilómetros hacia el interior. Puede ser mañana, pasado o 5,000 años.
That sounds dangerous. That doesn't sound like someplace I want to hang out.
Right.
It turns out the whole time we were on this lake, we were floating above a massive active volcano that could blow at any time. But why is there so much UFO activity up here? Is there something special about this volcano? Luis, do you know, is that unusual, all this volcanic and seismic activity here?
Vivimos en una zona de muchos volcanes, alrededor de 130 centros eruptivos donde existieron emanaciones de material.
There are like 130 eruption sites.
130 volcanoes in Chile or 130 like right here?
Alrededor de la laguna.
In the lake area.
Wow.
Wow. A raíz de los estudios que se hicieron, la parte central de la laguna es la que se está deformando.
Wow.
Okay.
All the UFO reports we've been tracking have led us to this one spot, and we've been examining the water. But it turns out that this lake is surrounded by over 100 volcanic hotspots, and it's actually the epicenter of all the volcanic activity in the entire region. Could that be why this lake is so important?
This is considered one of the most dangerous volcanoes in the region. It's known as a center of geothermal activity.
The Andes, a very active volcanic region. But this one here, it's unusual. And we're getting a lot of UFO sightings clustering right around this. It makes us question whether or not there is some kind of larger pattern of correlations between UFO sightings and volcanoes.
So UFOs, sightings, volcanoes, volcanic
activity. Do the same 20-year period.
20-year period, yep. And worldwide. Look at that. Look at all the hits. List is stacked. Let's take a look at this database.
Yeah, pull it up.
The link analysis software isolates all UFO sightings in the last 20 years within 1 mile of active volcanic areas.
These are sightings from UFOs related to volcanoes from all around the world. Mexico, Hawaii, El Salvador, Italy.
3 of our hits here, these are all Mexico from the same volcano.
And 3 of the top results are mysterious aerial sightings around the same volcano in central Mexico, Pico de Orizaba.
Pull one of those up.
What is that?
It's still moving though, isn't it?
It is. What is it doing? That was bizarre. Hold on, let me run it again.
This looks like a meteor coming in, right?
But then it stops and hovers around the base of that volcano.
So it makes a turn. We don't usually get that kind of thing.
It's actually a really good video, though.
That is a badass video. But is that, things come to my mind. Is it an insect that's flown into view?
Or a drone with some kind of lit device could potentially do something like that?
That's moving really fast for a drone. But what's interesting about this is this volcano that we're seeing this video from, that's in the Rio Blanco.
Where the clusters of the sightings were.
Right.
UFO sightings have been seen clustering around the Rio Blanco jungles for centuries, but now we might know why. The jungle associated with all those sightings was close to a massive volcano, Pico de Orizaba. Could the volcanoes be the point? Could that be what's tying all the UFO activity together? Videos, sightings, different cultures in different countries all around the world, and the common connection is volcanoes. What is going on?
Next time on Contact.
By the time I got my camera, there were 3 lights a mile wide.
How long until the government addressed what everyone witnessed?
Nothing.
What's going on here that the government's so interested in keeping quiet?
Got all these eyewitness reports of something crashing. The question is, what happened?
Whoa. We could be looking at the first documented instance of an extraterrestrial craft landing on the surface of the Earth.
Que subieron a camionetas y se los llevaron.
So if we want to go the conspiracy theory route, well, is this some sort of cover-up?
Why would there be a fence in the middle of nowhere?
Keep people away from that.